Welcome to CapEd Makes a Podcast. And this month, as all months, we are going to update our Get Give program. But before we do, I'm Aisha. This is Espy.
Hi.
One of the updates that we're going to talk about regarding the Get Give is that we are over $180,000. And so that's a huge milestone. Yeah, it's very big. So it's a huge milestone because not only are we giving $180,000 to local schools by a member's choice, they choose which schools that it goes to. That member also, as you know, received that same amount of money. So we have given our members $180,000 plus and local schools $180,000 plus. So it's a really cool program.
And if I remember correctly, by year end, we would have actually hit the $200,000 mark, which is absolutely amazing. As usual, to be able to give that money, there are qualifications that do have to be met. And those qualifications for the high yield checking are 12 debit card transactions posted by the end of the qualification cycle, as well as e-statements, direct deposit, or ACH. So pretty simple and pretty awesome that our members are helping out our local schools and also helping themselves out too. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a win-win all the way around because not only is it a really awesome account to have and a really awesome credit union to have your account with, but it rewards you and the school, and it's just a really great program. It's one of my personal favorites because we can actually see how it impacts that school, and the school is always so grateful to have it. And it's not just a specific school. Our members need to know that they can specify a program within that school as well. So it can get pretty specific, which is great.
And it is public, private, and parochial schools. So take your pick. Let's help our schools out.
Yeah, that's true. Love it. What else do we want to talk about today?
Well, I know we have Lisa coming in a little bit, as well as Matt. So for now, tell us a joke.
Oh, I was going to talk about elevator jokes. They're just so good because they hit and work on every level.
It's actually really funny.
I don't know if my audience in office would think so, but I appreciate it, SB. I'm glad that I have a fan. At least.
I think it's hilarious. For more jokes, people can definitely go to our social media, see the lovely jokes that you do with Matt in the vehicles and at locations. They're awesome if you haven't checked it out yet.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate Matt's patience. Even though his face doesn't look like it, he's pretty patient. I think he enjoys it.
You sure?
I'm not sure. So I'm really excited. So right now we are going to start talking to Todd Christensen, and he is the SVP of Advancement and Member Experience. And so we have a really cool webinar series that's happening, and that's what he's going to talk with us today about. Welcome, Todd.
Welcome. It's great to be with both of you. It's nice to be able to see your smiling faces.
Thank you so much, Todd. So go ahead. Tell us about this webinar series. Who is it for?
But one of the things that we have as part of our mission statement is the financial well-being and the financial empowerment of not only of our members, but of the community. And as we look at this remote learning, distance learning, we know that people are consuming information much like this podcast, as well as other webinars. We as CapEd chose to put together a webinar series, not only with our internal experts, but with some partners within the community, primarily with Tree City Advisors, Medical Plans of Idaho. We also have a session that was actually just completed here recently with Carrie, the education manager at Idaho Public TV. So the series is 13 sessions long, and it started in the beginning, or actually October 6th, and runs through the third week of November on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's not only for CapEd members, but it's also for any individual who's interested in additional information around financial well-being.
That's really nice. And so did we touch on how they can sign up for that?
We haven't. The simplest way for individuals to register for the upcoming webinars can visit CapEd CU. So that's CapEd CU, CU for credit union. So capedcu.com/lunch money. The sessions are held from 12:15 till about 1:50, maybe 1 o'clock if the dialogue goes longer as needed with some question and answers. But during your lunchtime, that's why we refer to it as lunch money.
That's a great name. I love that. You must have a really cool team that came up with that.
And we have an awesome marketing team here at CapEd and a training team that likes to pull information together to make them not only entertaining, but also very informative.
I've heard good things about it, so that's really exciting.
We've had a couple of sessions with an estate planner, Jen Wolf from Wolf Legal. She gave an excellent presentation on the importance of not only for young family members or young parents to set up their estate, but also for those that are sandwiched in between, that they're taking care of it for their young family as well as for their aging parents. That's an interesting thing for my wife and I as we go through that process. Had a great presentation from Steve Marsh from Medical Plans of Idaho on the different insurances and what to be aware of to be not underinsured, but also at the same time not being overinsured.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Very informative for sure. So we know you said that the series runs until November. Do you think CapEd will be doing more of these series in the future?
I think for CapEd, we'll continue our mission around education and financial well-being and empowerment. And as we adjust to this, what we refer to as the new now or the new normal, having this type of interaction, I would say yes, we'll continue to draw upon our traditional media partners through TV and radio, but also taking the opportunity to directly reach our members as well as the broader community through webinars, podcasts, activities on Facebook through Facebook Live. So yes, we would anticipate to continue to do these type of activities to share information with our members.
I love that the topics are so diverse. Like it's not just one thing that the credit union's doing. So that's so valuable to everybody that tunes into that or signs up for that. So very cool. I love it.
For the week of Halloween, we have two representatives from Tree City Advisors, Nick Daniels and Kent Owings. They're going to take the fear out of investing, and we thought that would be a very appropriate for the Halloween week of take the fear out of investing. And individuals can either tune in live. Again, we talked about where they can register for those webinars at capedcu.com/lunchmoney. Or if they happen to miss them, they can also go to that same URL or website and watch the recorded sessions of each of the webinars.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good resource. Do we have anything else that we want to touch on with Todd today?
Not on my end. Todd, is there anything else that you would like to share or just a reminder of the website and the times?
As a reminder for the website, capedcu.com/lunchmoney, but also at that capedcu.com website, there's a lot of great resources that are available in our Learning Center. So take an opportunity to click there and see that information there. And then be attentive to what we are doing in our community. We welcome all individuals who want to join us in our passion to support the education community. I know you've heard a little bit about our Get Give program and the opportunities. We'll share more about our teacher grant program and just how CapEd's dedication to the education community is really represented in our two statements that I like to share. It's more than banking, it's making a difference. And so we work to make a difference as we do our banking. And then our membership is dedicated to supporting the education community. So membership supports education. So it's great to be able to share with both of you, SB, as well as you, Asia, the great things that we're doing here at CapEd to help our members and the broader community.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Todd.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, everybody, hi, welcome back. We have our special guest, Miss Lisa Hamilton, here to talk to us about the teacher grant program that we have. So Lisa, tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So the Idaho CapEd Foundation Teacher Grant Program is in its 13th year, and I've been a part of this for the past 8.5 years. So I'm really excited because we have given out over $477,000 to educators throughout Idaho, which is a phenomenal amount of money. We're helping educators and we're very passionate about it. So a little bit about the program is we're open. You can actually apply for a teacher grant if you are working at an accredited school in Idaho, K through 12. And that's parochial, private, or public.
Awesome. So tell me, because things are a little bit different right now due to COVID, what has it been like to give these teachers the grants, the ones that do apply and do qualify?
It's been a little bit different. I mean, the whole environment has changed. So the applications are different. We have educators that are looking for different resources to help them in this time where they have the hybrid classes. So it's obviously not what we've seen in prior years. We had one educator who was applying for a recording system because he teaches band and he wants to do an overlay and record his students, and also like that might be in the classroom one day, and then also do a different recording where they're from home and create this overlay of the music. So our educators are dealing with a very uncertain time, and when the students will all be back in the classroom, and they have to find ways to bring this hybrid learning together. And I mean, for a band instructor, that's pretty amazing. Just they're thinking outside of the box and applying for these different items that help them with their curriculum in an uncertain time.
Lisa, that is such great information. And I love how also the foundation has been able to switch gears on not only what they are used to seeing, but what they are approving also. So that's really great that the foundation has also been able to meet the needs of those educators. How you were saying that they can go on to the foundation to apply. So what do they need to apply? How much can they ask for? What do those steps look like?
Yeah, it's actually a great question. It's very simple. You can go to capedfoundation.org. All of the applications are taken they're online. It's about a 1-paragraph write-up. We know where our educators' time is important and necessary, and it's in the classroom. So it's a 1-paragraph write-up, and the dollar amount, the max is $750. So if you, again, are teaching, if you're an educator at an accredited Idaho school, K through 12, pre-K through 12, you can apply. And the max that we do each month, the max that we award are 8 grants. So if we have some grants that score high and they aren't as high as $750, we may award 9 or 10 grants in a given month. The program runs September through March. So we have educators who are currently applying right now. And if they didn't win one month, they can go back in and just resubmit that same application. And we'll choose from there. March 1st will be our final deadline for the school year. And what's really nice is that our committee who is scoring these grants and voting, they cannot see the school district, the school, or the teacher's name. They're just looking at the project. And so it's fair, and we're not just awarding where we have brick and mortar in the Treasure Valley area and the Magic Valley. We're awarding in Northern Idaho. So we have grants coming from all over. And, the need is there. The projects they span across the board. I mean, it may be a really small district that doesn't have funds for books, for their library. And then, or it may be, another school where they're going to build a rocket and launch it off the playground. I mean, it's all across the board. So it doesn't have to be this STEM related, innovative write-up. So we're just encouraging those teachers that are out there, if there's something that they have that can enhance the curriculum that they need the money for, just apply. It's an easy process, and it's just such an easy, wonderful program. I would just highly encourage our educators to just take a look, apply. We have videos on the site. They can see past winners, and it's just, I would just go to CapEd CapEdFoundation.org and take a look.
I do like videos because watching their surprise is so great. Like and the gratitude and the students that get excited about it because they're anticipating it as well as much, sometimes as much as the teacher, the educator. So that's really cool. I love also that the teacher, the educator doesn't need to be discouraged. Like, it's okay if you didn't get picked this month, just reapply. Like, there's so many every month and it spans so many months that the odds of them getting picked are pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have some educators that'll tell us that they've been applying all year and then they win the next, that final month. We've had educators who have won numerous, each year. We have a gentleman from Eastern Idaho. He wins, I swear, every year. And so it's just, again, it's all over the board. And when we go in to present, we try to surprise the educators. It's fun. We go into the classroom if we can. I mean, with COVID, what we're doing now is we might go in smaller group, wear a mask, or maybe present outside the front of the school, just keeping everyone safe, but still making it a surprise and celebrating that educator. Another really nice thing is that it's not just for teachers in the classroom. We have counselors who apply, librarians, nurses. As long as they're going to take that into the classroom and use that to help educate the students, they are more than welcome to apply.
I love that. That's so great.
Can I just say, Lisa, I love seeing your face light up when you're talking about it. It just makes it that much more exciting. And I hope that teachers see that, because when you're excited about it, you get other people to get excited about it. And I love that.
Yeah. I mean, our educators in Idaho are phenomenal. They're not paid enough. They work so many hours and they're spending hundreds of dollars every year on their students. And the coolest thing about this program is going in to present to them, because over half of them will start crying. And when they start talking about the project and how it's going to help their students, I mean, the passion is just, it's just amazing. It's overwhelming. So it's very humbling to go in. So this is like probably the best part of my job at CapEd.
I would say so. Yeah, that's a pretty great perk to have. So it's pretty awesome. It's a great program. Thank you so much. SB, did you have any other questions? No. Yeah, that was really great, Lisa. I appreciate you joining us today and talking about the program. And I hope that more teachers, if they didn't know about it, now they do. And if they did already know about it, I hope that they've shared it with their colleagues and their peers. And so anyway, hop on board. It's a great program to support.
Great. My pleasure. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. Hi, guys. Welcome back to CapEd Makes a Podcast. We are going to be talking today about our 11th annual movie trailer contest. And we have the great Mr. Johnson with us to explain and give us a little bit more information on our movie trailer contest. Matt, what you got to say about it?
Well, hi guys. This is the 11th year. This is a contest that has, being over 10 years now, really become one of the highlights on CapEd's annual, calendar as far as the events that we do with the community. This one's really taken off in the last few years, and it's something that we really genuinely look forward to every year. It's open to 7th through 12th graders in the state of Idaho. And that's really the base requirement. Beyond that, it gets pretty technical as far as what we're looking for and how you actually submit a file to us to review, which we can dive into that either today or at a later time. All of the information is at capedcu.com/contest. And it's pretty detailed. So if you are a student who's interested, always be sure to go through and check everything off and make sure that you're hitting all of the guidelines that we do look for and require.
That's awesome. So Matt, I do have a question. You said student a lot. So with that being said, one of the questions that we've heard a lot is, do you have to be affiliated with the school to participate?
Oh, great question. Yeah, so there was a time when that was true, but that's not true anymore. We used to require some kind of attribution to a school. We no longer require that. So as long as you are in the age range or are technically in the 7th through the 12th grade, you can apply or submit a video, I should say. So yeah, it doesn't matter what school you go to, what kind of school you go to. If you want to participate, come on in.
That's great. The movie trailers, the submissions are so much fun to go through. It's such a fun thing to be a part of. I personally love watching them come in, and when we have the top winners and they don't know yet which where they fall in, and so that's always so much fun to watch and be a part of. In just to be specific, as a reminder, it is a movie trailer, not necessarily a short film, right, Matt?
Correct. Yeah. So the whole premise, and it's a little different than a lot of other film festivals that are out there for students or aspiring filmmakers. It is a movie trailer contest. We're not looking for an entire story. We're really looking to see if you can come up with an idea and, frankly, just sell it. Can you come up with something that's up to 3 minutes long that makes people, when they watch it, say, wow, I wish this actually were a film? Occasionally, I'm not recommending this necessarily unless you have the resources and time or passion, but we do have occasionally we'll have students who in fact did make short films and then edited a trailer based on that short film. But that is not a requirement, and that's not how this works. If you just want, it's really just an exercise, a creative exercise in pitching an idea that you wish existed.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I love that. SB, did you have anything else that you wanted to touch on?
The only other thing that I can think of is, Matt, you are the creative director. So what tips do you have for the students that want to sign up for this?
Sure. We actually outline some ideas, some suggestions, if you will, on our website, capedcu.com/contest. But really, a lot of trailers share a lot of. It's not. I wouldn't say it's formulaic per se, but there does tend to be a pattern in what really does sell. Again, you're kind of selling an idea. And so I really try to stress that when I talk to students about participating. This is as much a creative endeavor as much as a sales pitch. And so, a lot of good trailers, memorable trailers have like a one-liner or an exchange in dialogue. A lot of people like to, make jokes about or quote, A Few Good Men, Jack Nicholson. You want the truth, you can't handle the truth. Well, that was actually in the trailer for that movie. It really was. So, if you look at a lot of trailers, you'll find that a lot of the one-liners that people remember from those films are actually included. Music is huge. It's a huge thing. And it's also something that sometimes participants get a little tripped up on because unfortunately we can't allow participants to use copyrighted music. But going out of your way to find something that is royalty-free, that really fits what you're creating can really drive it home. The other thing is, don't skimp on the camera work. Shoot as much footage as you possibly can. Shoot an hour's worth of film if you have to make that 3-minute trailer. The more you have to work with, the better it'll be. Because you want something that's fast-paced and exciting and interesting, usually, or is at least, you put a lot of thought into the shots that you're using. The other thing that I really encourage students, and I don't see enough of it, and I keep harping on this when I do address students, is work with actors, and more importantly, work with actors that aren't even your own age. We've had a couple of trailers where the student who submitted actually well, I don't know, how it was negotiated, but their siblings, their younger brothers and sisters were in it. That's a lot of fun, to have somebody who's younger than you, have a little kid be the focus of the trailer. Conversely, and we've only seen this once or twice, but have an adult. I mean, that's pretty exciting. You're a teenager, you're making this movie trailer, but you're directing adult actors, and that's really intriguing to see from a judging perspective. So, and then last but not least, graphics always help. We've had some really advanced students use motion graphics and special effects. And on that note, I will say the benchmark does keep going up. And what started out as a frankly fairly amateur contest has really risen in stature, and the stakes have gotten really high. We've got some kids out there that are some students that are really doing advanced work, and they're not messing around. So, but it helps. It really helps to include that.
I love that.
Me too. Yeah, watching that talent and just seeing it come in, and you're just like, wow, I could never even, I can't even do that. I couldn't even fathom how they even think of these concepts, let alone execute them. So it's a lot of fun. And it does go, I think maybe, I'm not quite sure, I can't remember if you gave the whole time frame, but it does go now until February 17th, right? So they have some time.
Yeah, we promote this pretty much right out of the gate when the school year starts, because we really want to make sure, and again, because of that benchmark that just keeps going up and up, we really want to make sure that the kids who want to dedicate the time and effort into this really do have enough time. And so we start promoting it right at the beginning of the school year, and yeah, the deadline is February 17th, 11:59 p.m. Don't let the stroke of midnight hit. You might not get in.
No late submissions.
Yeah, no late submissions, and we get so many submissions that it's generally something we take pretty seriously. We've had some students not hit the deadline, so and so just to be aware of that. Unless you come up across a really serious technical issue, we might give you a pass once you've explained it to us, but generally speaking, but you've got months, you've got half the school year really to prepare for this, and we've got students out there that I guarantee you are already working on it. So,
and they can, when they are submitting, like, they have an email address to use. It's not like it's going to just this automated place. Like, they can ask questions if they have questions.
Yeah, and past participants will tell you that I get students who will reach out, and I'm on that list. I'm a recipient, and I get questions about royalty-free music, royalty-free footage, the PG rating that we have. Is it okay to use a particular word, or if I depict something that might be perceived as violent, things like that. And so I actually do, especially as we get closer to the deadline, I'll have students reach out to me, and yeah, it comes to a real person, and we'll respond.
Yeah, I love that. Well, SB, if you didn't have anything else to add, I just want to thank you, Matt, for joining us and talking about this. This contest is so much fun, and it reaches so many children here in Idaho, and everybody gets really excited to watch their work and wait to see where they place. And I'm looking forward to February, not rushing it, just looking forward to it. And we will talk to you next month and see what other fun tips that you have to offer everyone.
That sounds great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it also.
Well, SB, that was a lot of fun, and I love getting together with some of the other members on the team to talk about their passions and the other campaigns and contests and just things that we have going on within the credit union that not every member knows about. Sometimes people just come in because they have transactions to do, and they may not know of the cool and wonderful things that we are involved with around the community. So I love that CapEd is now making a podcast so that we can kind of talk on those really cool things that we have going on.
Yes, and I'm so excited to share all this information with the members. You guys, we have so many more things to come, especially in the podcasts that are coming up next month and going forward. So please, please, please watch these, give us feedback.
Yeah, share, swipe
Share.
up to like. I'm just kidding. We don't have a swipe up feature. I was just joking. Hit subscribe. Just there's not even going to be graphics. I'm just joking. Anyway, I appreciate you being a wonderfully fun co-host, and your highlight is on point. I love it. It looks good. Our hearts. That was really great. So thank you guys for joining CapEd Makes a Podcast. Until next time, we will see you. Take care.
Thanks.